This museum is the oldest museum in Peninsular Malaysia. It is located in the town of Taiping, about 85 km from Ipoh, the capital of Perak. It is also near the Taiping jail and about 3 kilometers from Time. Most of the museum's earlier collections are ethnological and anthropological items. Some of them are classified as rare collections over 100 years old, such as animal species like the bunturongs and pulasan, skeletons and skull of animals, skeletons and smoked clay, which is extreme hard to find. Most of these collection artifacts are displayed in the museum. Four main galleries house is an almost 120 years old building. The building is unique from the architectural aspect, with Indian Moorish architecture apart from neoclassical and Victorian influence from Europe. This Museum of Perak goes through several phases of its own transformations, beginning with the early history of the establishment 1883 to 1940, through the post-World War era 1941 to 1957, the post-independent period 1957 to 1963, and the post-Malaysian era 1963 to 2007. Objective number 1, to inform the public regarding the early history and the establishments of the museum. Number 2 is to disseminate information on the development and setting up of museum at large. Number 3, to attract more visitors to the museum. Number 4, to cultivate interest and love among people in the museum. Collections of artifacts over 100 years. The Nature Gallery exhibits all the kinds of animals, birds, fish, snail, and herbarium species, all which are housed in unique exhibition cases aged over 100 years old. They are also placed in various kinds of, which is record a British-style presentation method while retaining a wild habitat environment that is both interesting and full of great aesthetic. Perak Cultural Gallery. The Cultural Gallery display collection and artifacts, various types of handiworks, handicraft, and weaving of the Malaysian people, especially from Perak. Unique weavings made by the Sultan of Perak Mother. Weaving of the tudung saji, foot cover, tika, pandan, and mengkuang. Pandan and mengkuang mat, as well as basket, reflect the artistic fineness in these handiworks. It is also unique, fascinating, and full of aesthetic value that are increasingly hard to find this decade. Clay and Indigenous People Gallery. The Clay and Indigenous People Gallery is an source of collections and artifacts. Perak is one of the states which is home to a lot of indigenous people from the Proto-Malay, Senoi, and Negrito tribes. The Indigenous People Gallery in this museum is a window to displaying the great handiworking skill of tribes. Their astonishing display of creating clothes from wood pulp, their traditional musical instruments, as well as their great sculpture and crafting art, such as mannequins and masks, adapted countless times in medical and magical ceremonies, or jenampi. Clay works displayed by the museum are traditional industrial products such as labu, gelok belanga, pasu bucong, buyung, kukusan, and perasapan, all of which are well over 100 years old. Impacts of tourism and other issues pertaining to the heritage tourism of the site. The first issue is that some teenagers are not interested about history. The age of sophisticated teens nowadays are spending more time with social media, games, and other things. Therefore, they think that they do not have time to visit museum and other heritage sites also. Second issue regarding COVID-19 pandemic, travel packages are cancelled and this affects those who work with airline and hotels. Visitors from local and foreign cannot visit heritage sites due to transmissions of COVID-19. However, through the temporary closure, the management take opportunity to redefine the heritage site and also to do maintenance. In conclusion, the Museum of Perak are rich in ethnological and historical collection. This museum also has progressed since its establishment. The latest statistic from Department of Museum Malaysia currently shows that there are 21 museums under its jurisdiction. This scenario proves that Malaysians are now more aware of the importance to preserve national heritage and culture. The museum also organizes moving exhibitions, especially to schools around the Taiping Township and nearby towns, usually upon a request by schools who are interested.